Did anybody see this coming? I mean, we all knew that LeBron and the Lakers could beat the Warriors, but seeing them lose their second game in a row to the Grizzlies to miss out on the playoffs was quite the surprise. The Grizzlies did earn their win, and they're a very good, young, exciting team, but I don't think anybody expected Curry to miss the playoffs after his MVP caliber year. After this disappointing end to the season, where do the Warriors go from here?
While it was a surprise to see the Warriors miss the playoffs, it wasn't a fluke. This is a team that was way too reliant on Curry to be at a superhuman level every game. Not only that, but their roster lacks depth and is way too top-heavy. Curry and Andrew Wiggins are able to create their own shots, but who else on the roster can? Draymond Green is a key piece of the roster with his ability to impact all levels of the game, but he isn't exactly known for his shooting prowess. There isn't anyone else on the roster that scared defenses, and without proper depth, the Warriors would not have made it far in the playoffs anyways. I know they were a missed Draymond floater away from avoiding overtime, but after watching the last two games, did anyone really think the Warriors could contend with the Utah Jazz? So what can the Warriors do next season to become championship contenders again? For one, they can hope that Klay Thompson is healthy. Klay does so much for the team, and his presence alone makes the Warriors an incredibly scary team. But one player doesn't elevate them from missing the playoffs to the championship, especially with how competitive the West is. They need a stronger bench and a starting center that can really balance the team out. If they manage to keep Kelly Oubre around as a sixth man, their bench would become way stronger. But I think Oubre will get paid much more elsewhere, so he's likely to depart. Simply put, the Warriors have some big needs and not a lot of money to work with. A low-cost center they could target would be Billy Hernangomez. The Pelicans don't need any more big men with Zion, Steven Adams, and Jackson Hayes already on their roster, so Hernangomez could be available for cheap. He has the potential to be a double-double per game guy. He's a big body that can get easy points in the paint and is a great rebounder. While he is a defensive liability, the extra scoring option he would bring to the Warriors could round out a roster that is too reliant on Curry and shooting threes. Plus, Green is good enough on defense to make up for this. For their bench, they need to start by re-signing Kent Bazemore to the vet minimum. Bazemore isn't exactly a world beater, but his leadership on the bench will be very valuable. If the Pistons let him walk, Hamidou Diallo is another great option to strengthen their bench. His athleticism alone makes him a boost to any roster, and he would add some much-needed life to a unit that needs more scoring. Finally, Ersan Ilyasova is another low-cost option for the bench. While he's bounced around the league for the last couple of years, he's averaging a 44% career shooting rate and could add another shooting threat to the bench. If the Warriors were able to land Diallo and Ilyasova both, they would greatly contrast each other's skills. One is explosive in the paint and uses his athleticism to create, while the other is better suited to shooting threes and stretching the floor.
We all know that the Warriors live and die by their big three of Curry, Thompson, and Green. And we can probably expect to see that next year too, but three guys aren't enough to win a championship. I think these low-cost moves that address their biggest needs of center and the bench would be what it takes to get them back into the championship conversation. What do you think the Warriors should do? Are there any other guys you think they should sign? I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. And if you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe, as I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching Sports. I'm Tommy Osborne.